Hey everyone, it is day 3, and this is kind of like the meat and potatoes of the challenge that I've been looking forward to doing in my own health goals. So first, we're going to be talking about decluttering your environment, your home, or wherever else, um, for health specifically, for your health goals, and any other general health decluttering that can be done. We're going to make a plan for it, and then you're going to figure out when you're going to do it and then do it. So this work won't likely get done in a day, but if you don't have all that much to do, it's possible that you could. But just think about breaking it up into small little chunks, small action steps, and then being able to get to that for just a few minutes each day, or however much time you can give to it. So your environment, your home, the things that you see regularly, could be your car, also your office, if you have an office, is always impacting you in some way or another. All the things that you see, it's always influencing you. So if you look around your house and you see a bunch of things that you don't like, if you see any items that give you bad memories, remind you of bad memories, anything that reminds you of to-dos that you need to finish that you just feel like you don't have time for, then you're always going to be thinking about those things, whether you consciously realize it or not. So what we're going to do first in this video is do a walkthrough of your house to first of all look for those things that negatively impact how you feel. And second of all, to look for what you can declutter that is specific to your health goals that you've set. So go ahead and grab a journal, grab a pen, be ready to walk around. You can walk around while you're listening to this or pause this after I explain kind of what we're doing. So you have your journal, you have your pen. What you're going to do is walk around room by room and take note of anything that you have that you look at that makes you feel some kind of way that you don't want to feel. So, like for me lately, because I have been focusing so much on doing this challenge and working on my other job and starting school with my daughter, all of that kind of stuff, I have put my house cleaning duties kind of to the side. I've done some things as I can, but that wasn't my first priority for this last probably week or so. So when I look around, I just see a mess and it overwhelms me, or it makes me feel just a little bit scattered, and like I need to take care of it. So that would be, as I'm walking around, I would just take note of the things that I need to take care of, like the clothes that are on the floor, or fold the laundry that's still in the clean laundry baskets, that kind of thing. Also, I would take note of any projects that need to be taken care of. Like even just on my desk, I have a couple papers that are there to remind me of phone calls to make, of appointments to make, that kind of stuff. So take note of that, the things that you need to do also. And then, oh, and don't forget to look in closets, look in drawers, look in all the spaces, try to see every single little thing that you have. And even if you want to add this on as you're doing the walkthrough, if you notice anything that you already don't want to keep, you can just put it into a bag or a box and have it in this space to make decisions on what to do with it later on. But just getting that stuff out of your house or out of the spaces where you know you're going to get rid of it, that could even be a good start on this decluttering process. So next, for the decluttering that's specific to your goals, your health goals, think about anything, any area in your home where it could impact your goal. So for me, with my dairy-free goal, I would go to the kitchen first. This could be if you have any kind of nutrition goal. I would look through all of the food that I have, and I'm going to be doing this either probably tomorrow. Look, I'm going to look through all the food that I have, look at the ingredients, see if it has dairy in it or not, and then put all of the things with dairy in one area so that I know that those are things that I can't eat. My daughter can eat them. She's not going dairy free. So those will be in a different area for her to have if she would like. But then I know what I can and can't have in my house already. Get rid of the things that she won't eat that has dairy, just so it's not there as a temptation. Another area you could do is with any of your clothes. You could look through your closet or your drawers and find clothes that don't make you feel very good about yourself, or that make you want to lounge around when you have goals to be like to feel good about yourself in general, or to be active and exercise or something. So get rid of the things that make you feel not awesome, or that make you feel like you don't want to be active, if that's your goal. If you have mental health goals of any kind, like stress related, depression related, anxiety related, or just want to feel better about yourself in general, then you can look around and see anything that stresses you out, take note of it, and everything that's on your list that you're coming up with right now. First of all, try not to be overwhelmed if it's like this really big mega list. And second of all, we're going to make a plan for it. And so just know you can take note of the thing, and you're going to be able to break it down and put it on your calendar, or however your planning works for you, and you'll be able to take care of it. So try not to let this make you feel overwhelmed or just like it's not doable. Knowing that you're going to make a plan to be able to do it in a way that works for you, in a time frame that works for you. Okay, so as soon as you're done with your walkthrough, if you have not done your walkthrough yet, you can pause the video, go do that now, and then come back. As soon as you're done with your walkthrough, you have this nice, potentially very long list of things to get rid of, projects to do, anything that needs to be taken care of, like, phone calls or that kind of thing, a nice long list. So what you're going to do next with that list is put the things in order of priority. So if you wrote this list out, you might want to type it up so that you can move things around on the list, or you can put a number next to the things on the list, like in order of how you want to do it. So number 1 might be down here, number 2 might be up here, whatever. So you're prioritizing the list in whatever order you'd like to do. It could be the biggest, hardest project first. It could be a bunch of little things where you'll feel better if you check those things off the list. It could be the one that's like the first one would be the one that's the most impactful or the most helpful for you to get started with your goals. Whatever order you feel like would work best for you, you'll put it into priority order for you. And then with the first thing that's on the list, that's the only thing we're going to think of right now. That's the only thing we're going to take care of. So I believe it was the day 1 video, you came up with the amount of time during the week and when during the week you were going to do this work. So if you have that time already scheduled on your calendar, then the plan you're going to break down for this first item will go into that time frame that you gave yourself. So if you have an hour on Saturday, that's when you'll work on this. So the first thing that's on your list, you're going to break it down into the smallest steps you can. Like for me, with my kitchen, I would start with just going through the freezer and finding all the things that have dairy in them. That'd be the number 1 thing. And then the second thing would be figure out where in the freezer I'm going to put that stuff and put them there. And then the third thing might be go through my pantry and do the same thing. Find the items with dairy and then find a place for them and put them there. So you're breaking it down to these small steps where when you get to that time in the week that you're going to work on it, you know exactly what to do. And your first step to do it is so small that you can't talk yourself out of doing it. And this is how I get myself into action when I'm like, this is overwhelming. I just don't want to do it. I'm tired. I don't have very much time, that kind of thing. And if I tell myself I'm only going to do the first thing on the list, then sometimes I feel like doing more on my list and sometimes I don't. And either way, it works for me. Either way is fine. Like if I decide to just get the one thing done, then it's okay because I at least did something. But if I told myself I had to do all of the things, I would likely just not even do it. And then the benefit of doing that is starting and then sometimes even getting the momentum and wanting to continue. That happens too. So really tiny baby step. Make sure you at least do that first baby step. Continue if you want to. Don't continue if you don't want to. Don't force yourself, so that this is a potentially enjoyable process rather than an overwhelming, I'm trying to force myself to do something type of thing. Okay, so that is your environmental declutter, your home declutter for your goals. Now I have a list of other options for just a general health declutter. So this can help you if you don't have a specific health goal, but you know that you want to help your health overall. Or this can be something that you also add up along with your specific goals that you have. Maybe these will support those. Maybe it will just support your general health anyway, in some way. All right, so I'll just say my list. I have to read them. We already talked a bit about this sort of with the kitchen, but if you have nutrition goals, you can get unhealthy foods out of your house in the first place or hide them from yourself. Because if you see a bag of chips or some cookies, you're going to be more likely to want to eat them if you see them, even if you weren't thinking about them before you saw them. So put them somewhere where you won't see them, or just get them out of the house if you know they'll be tempting to have them there. You could, talked a bit about this, get rid of frumpy workout clothes or any other clothes that don't make you feel like your best self. So ones that don't fit right, ones that are falling apart. Get rid of your underwear that have holes in them, or anything else that you can think of that are just not in the best shape to make you feel like your best self. You could get rid of any workout equipment in your house that's just sitting around being unused, whether it doesn't work. Like for me, I have a treadmill, but it decides to speed up and slow down on its own, and it speeds up to really fast or slows down to really, really slow, to where using my treadmill is just stressful more than helpful. So I haven't used it for a while. So I have the option of getting rid of it, or I have the option of having somebody come fix it or calling for help to fix it myself. I haven't yet decided which one of those I want to do, but I would put that on my list to just take care of it, make that decision for what I'm going to do, and then just do it. Okay, what else? Make appointments, health appointments, if you've been putting those off. So that could be going to the doctor, going to the dentist, getting a mammogram, gynecologist, or it could be like some type of appointment that would make you feel good. If you enjoy getting your nails done, you could do that, get your hair done, massage, those kind of things. So if you have appointments you've been putting off, or ones that you want to add in just for general boosting of your health, your self-esteem, stress relief, all of that, then you can make those appointments. If you have reasons for putting off making the appointments, like I've been talking with a couple people about lately, reach out to me, because I have some insight into why that could be happening. And we could also figure out what maybe the underlying reason is for why you've been putting that off. Oh, and that reminds me, I'll say this again at the end, but I am offering a free coaching call to anybody who would like coaching on any of the topics we have talked about. So I can help you make your plan. I can help you follow through with your plan. I can ask you the hard questions that you maybe don't answer on your own, or I can help you to think through the things that you don't stop and take time to think through, where you can make decisions that you feel good about, that will help to instigate movement or action or any type of change that you're looking to make change for. So in what we were just talking about, if you need help with actually making these appointments, you're putting them off for some reason, then feel free to get a hold of me. We can schedule a free coaching call. You could remove electronic devices from your bedroom if they're keeping you awake at night, or if they're keeping you from going to sleep as early as you'd like. Sometimes I get stuck scrolling on my phone, or I'm watching a show that I'm really interested in. So it just works better if I don't even have those in my room, or if I don't turn the TV on at all. I'm a lot more likely to go to sleep at a reasonable time. You can write out negative or busy thoughts that are keeping you from being able to focus or sleep. And I talked a little bit about this in another video about writing all your thoughts out that are keeping you awake at night. But you can also do this for if you're feeling some kind of not good feeling during the day. Just do a little brain dump of all the thoughts that you have, all the to-dos that are running through your head. Just write all of the things down, any feelings that you're having, why you're having the feelings, negative thoughts, all of that stuff. It helps to get it out of your body through your hand, through your handwriting. And then sometimes reading everything that you have on your paper can instigate change in itself. For example, a few years ago, I think it was the end of 2018 or 2019, I don't remember. Every year, every end of year, I like to read through my journal that I've written in throughout the whole year. And this particular year, this particular new year, I couldn't even get through half of the year because I was so sick of all of the whining, all of the excuses, everything that I had written in my journal that year. It just was making me so angry seeing this victim thought loop that I was in every single day. And so just seeing that pattern that I had going on that year, just reading all the thoughts that I had gotten out into this journal, that was a major instigator in a big, huge year of change. And the whole next year, because of that, I don't know a better word for it, because of the impact that that had on me, I set really big goals. I worked a lot harder. I didn't let these excuses hold me back. And none of that would have happened had I not been able to see my thoughts on paper. So that is one very good reason to write out all of the things that keep coming up for you. You can see patterns. You can get sick of your own way of thinking, and then it instigates change. Okay, so let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 more here. So you could declutter or detox from or cut back on substances that you don't want in your body. This could be like chemicals that could be in your shampoo, conditioner, deodorant, that kind of stuff. Sugar, any drugs, whether it's like smoking or any, harder drugs, pills, anything. Alcohol, foods that you might be sensitive to, like for me, dairy, that kind of stuff. So think about that as decluttering too, like getting those substances out of your body, out of your home, not letting those hold you back in whatever way they might be holding you back. You could, next one, eliminate or change the things that cause you stress in life. So you always have options for changing these stressful things, and sometimes you just might need to get creative on how to do that. That is also something I help my clients with. So if you want help with that kind of thing for your free coaching call, if you'd like to schedule that, that's a really great thing that we can talk about. You could have the awkward, scary, uncomfortable conversations that you need to have with people. If people are overstepping your boundaries, or if they are just driving you crazy in some way or another, think about what you want to say to them, think about what boundary you want to set, and then do it. Then have that conversation with them. It can even be through like text if it's too scary to have a face-to-face conversation, or on the phone. But I can tell you through personal experience that it's extremely nerve-wracking thinking about these conversations and having the conversations. But on the other side of it, it's really empowering. It's really powerful to see that you can stand up for yourself. You can set those boundaries. You can get the words out in order to at least try to begin to get whatever it is you're looking for out of this relationship or out of your life. So whether the outcome from this conversation is what you hoped for or not, you end up realizing, I can use my voice, I can say what I need to say, and if I don't get the outcome I want, then I can still handle myself. I can still handle it. I'm resilient, that kind of thing. And then you get to move forward and plan from whatever happened from that conversation. So instead of avoiding the conversation and just wishing something would change, you have this conversation, you figure out what comes from it, and then you make the plan to move forward from there. All right. Another thing, what has been weighing on you lately? What's making you feel heavy? What's draining your energy? What is constantly on your mind? Make a plan for that, get it out of the way. And my final thing on here, which is something we'll talk about more in the next video, is getting rid of your excuses for not working toward your health goals by making a plan for those excuses. So we talked a bit about this too in day 1 and day 2, I do believe, making a plan for your excuses. So get them all out. They don't need to be there. Yes, we will always have excuses to do things that are different or scary or that might change our lives, but those excuses don't have to hold us back. Okay, so like I said, I am offering a free coaching call to anybody that would like it, and I am doing an hour for any person. This can be on any topic that you decide. It doesn't have to be health goals related. It doesn't have to be decluttering related. It can be on anything that's coming up in your life where you just need to talk it out. You need to have a different perspective. You need to have someone to listen and to also reflect back what it is that they're hearing from you. That's what I do in these calls. I reflect back what I'm hearing that you guys might possibly not notice that you are thinking or saying, and then we can make a plan together. We can figure out how you're going to follow through with the plan without talking yourself out of it. And I'll probably share more about this at some point in the future, maybe its own video or maybe on the next video, we'll see. All right, so feel free to message me, feel free to email, comment, however you're getting this video, you can get a hold of me somehow and we can schedule that, or just feel free to run your questions by me. Feel free to share what it is that you are decluttering. I'd love to hear any and all of it from you guys. All right, I will see you in the next video where we'll talk about decluttering your self-concept, which is how you feel about yourself, what you think about yourself. All right, I will see you there. Bye.